Hi, it's Marianne Kuebler from Dance Fusion Academy of Dance right here in Sherwood Park. We will be taking registrations for our fall programs, summer programs. We've got half-day camps for hip-hop, fairy tale, pop stars, and we're going to be doing drop-in classes for jazz and ballet, and also acro and aerial. So please contact the studio, 780-464-6963, to register. We're very excited to get our doors open again. Thank you.
It's the Dance Fusion Show on the Culture Channel on TVU with your host and artistic director, Marianne Kuebler. How are you doing today, Marianne?
I'm great, thank you. How are you, James?
Good. We have a interesting show. What's on the go today?
We have 2 of our ballet instructors here, and we have 4 dancers, and they are going to demonstrate some ballet technique, and the teachers are going to discuss the importance of ballet into all kinds of dance forms. So I'm going to let Miss Callie and Miss Krista kind of take it away.
Hi, I am Miss Krista Soleski. I am just recently head of the ballet department at Dance Fusion. I've been here, this is my 9th year at Dance Fusion. It is definitely my second home. I love teaching the kids. I love Marianne. So thank you for having me today.
Hi, I'm Callie. I'm Marianne's daughter, but I'm also a member of the ballet faculty. I also teach a couple of different genres here at the school. I've been here in and out of, I think, almost 15 years now, because I spent 6 years in Calgary and moved back about 9 years ago. So I've been here ever since. And a couple of the members of our ballet faculty could not be here. So Miss Anne McCready sends her regards, as well as Andrea Nent and Taylor Haswell. They're all part of our ballet team here at Dance Fusion. So just before we started, Krista and I wanted to discuss a little bit about the method that we teach here at the school, because it is a unique method. It's one that's very, I think, well known in Canada. And we teach the Giacchetti method here. And the Giacchetti method's a wonderful method. It teaches a lot of basis, so the kids have a really strong virtuous technique, and they can move in and out of different techniques and styles very easily.
Yeah, it's very easy to transition into working with different choreographers because it sets up your strong base, your coordination of your legs and your arms, and very, very precise arm and head positions. So then the dancers are used to being able to move their body in different ways, and then they can adapt very quickly with different choreographers.
And the method we teach here is one that's used worldwide. It's actually one that's taught at a number of professional ballet schools, like the Royal Ballet School, the National Ballet School, the Royal Winnipeg Ballet School. His methodology was one of such that he trained the body in its entirety, so nothing went untouched. And it allowed the dancers to move quick, slow, and adapt to different music and different styles very, very easily. So it's one of the styles we teach here, mainly because our dancers are not just ballet dancers. They're amazing jazz dancers, contemporary dancers, modern dancers, hip-hop dancers, tap dancers. Have I missed something? Lyrical dancers. We offer acro and pom, and the ballet training really complements all of those things and gives the kids a good basis to build on. So that's why we teach that method here. And it's one that's taught really worldwide. And Giacchetti was a very smart man, and basically his methodology has been transferred and used still to this day throughout the world, and is responsible for a lot of the professional ballet teaching that we see today.
And who you have some dancers that you've been working with in training. So I'm interested in certainly who they are and what and where they are. But first of all, your impression of your current group of young people that you're that you're teaching and you're training and that you're growing as dancers with. And what have they taught you, or what have they reminded you? Like this group, you know, there's always a new challenge.
Go ahead.
I think they remind us how to have fun still. You know, we were always the stuffy ballet teachers, but they bring joy to it. And when they finally get that hard step that they've been working on, or they finally understand like the little nuance of a Cicchetti head, it's very exciting for them. So then it brings us pleasure to see when they finally feel, oh, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then also these 4 students that we've brought in have been here since they were very, very little. And they do kind of become, you know, I call them my babies. And in that it's really lovely to see them grow and develop and grow as people and as dancers. So these particular 4, I mean, all of our kids work very hard, but these particular 4 work insanely hard and are always on time and diligent. You guys are going to cry now. And we thought, what a wonderful group of people to come here today and showcase themselves in the school. And they're a good representation of their classmates as well.
Okay, I'm so interested. I'm so excited to see what's next.
So we thought we'd have them introduce themselves just one at a time. So Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia Murphy,
And you come forward a little bit, Julia.
yeah, and
You're going into Fund 6 next year.
Thanks.
Yeah, so Julia is going to be taking her Standard 4 Cicchetti exam this year. So she's one of our intermediate students now at the school. We're hoping we can have fall exams. We'll just pray to the ballet gods that they will let that happen. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, Maya.
Hi, I'm Maya Reinches, and I'm going into Fund 6.
Yeah, so she's in the same class as Julia, so she'll also be doing her Standard 4 Cicchetti exam in the fall.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
And
Hi, I'm Matthias Fischer, and I'm going into Fund 7.
so Matthias, yeah.
Oh, this is Matthias. Okay, just say your name a little louder. I didn't hear you.
Hi, I'm Matthias Fischer, and I'm going into Fund 7.
Okay, nice to meet you.
So he'll be doing his Standard 5 Cicchetti exam in the fall.
Okay.
And we have one of our senior students, Chloe, with us today.
Hi, I'm Chloe Bull, and I'm going to Senior Certificate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So senior certificate is a big jump for the Cicchetti grades. It is the beginning of what's called our major grades. So it's more technically demanding, more artistically demanding, and it can lead into the other major exams. And then she can also gain teaching qualifications through these higher major examinations as well.
It's very fascinating because just by the amount of poise and the respective poise that you share, that they present, but you share together, it points to a lot of, philosophical and, perception and attitude kind of work that you do in this style of dance. It's so fascinating to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing them, them dance.
All right, guys, you can get the bar and bring it out. So we thought we would show you a couple of the basic exercises we do on a regular basis to keep the body tuned
And
aligned and work on the physiology of ballet, which then of course translates into the other genres of dance that we offer here, but throughout the world as well. So we thought we would do a few of the basic exercises: pliés, tendus, rond de jambes, a fondu, which is a slow movement to help with coordination of the legs for allegro, and a grand battement. And we do grand battement Cicchetti with a slightly different accent that will help with big jumps, like grand jetés and all those virtuous jumps that we all love to see on stage.
Yeah, it helps with the quick release of the leg.
Let's start in fifth position. Oh, sorry, I'm first position. It's Wednesday. All right. Are we all right with the exercise, you guys? Good. Okay, up through the back, please. Eyes. Smile a little bit.
Thank you, dancers.
So on the other side, we'll do Ronde-Jambe next.
Yeah, so Ronde-Jambe is our next exercise.
And Ronde-Jambe is one of the exercises that we do in ballet to really increase the turnout. So there's a lot of emphasis on really maintaining that supporting leg so that you're actually getting the muscles to really engage in the correct way. And often it feels, you know, nice, I guess, doesn't it? I'm gonna
So James, when are you getting your tights?
You know, it's very interesting, and I
Yeah,
was
it
thinking the same thing.
Yep.
I'm not supposed to touch you, but I just did. Okay. Now we'll take a Fondo on the other side. So now we're going to be demonstrating a Fondo exercise. So Fondo is primarily, of course, anytime you take a plie, it's meant to stretch your Achilles tendons and your calves out. But the basis of this is for jumps, so that we're coordinating our legs and our plie to arrive together along with an arm. So you have these hand-eye and head coordination along with the coordination of the legs. It's kind of like doing this, but a little bit more complicated.
A little more complicated.
A little bit.
Yeah, no, I see, yes.
So the next exercise we're going to do is grand battement. So this exercise is to help increase the flexibility inside the hip sockets, as well as the quick release off of the floor for grand allegro. So things like those big split jumps you see in the air and all the fancy work. So it's making that strength from the use of the floor, as well as opening up the hips.
All right, could you guys please move the bar to the side? Can we talk about protocol?
So the next thing we're going to work on is some of our center work. So port-de-bras. Port-de-bras is carriage of the arms, really is what it means. But it teaches the coordination of the head and the eyes with the upper body. So it creates all these beautiful pictures and shapes that you would see on stage with the dancers. And Chiquetti was very, very particular about his port-de-bras work. Everything had to be very, very precise. So this is kind of a little bit of a mixture of some port-de-bras exercises that we just kind of made look very, very pretty.
And also to mention, we have Chloe Houle in point shoes today, so we'll talk about point shoes a little bit later, of course. Okay. We are good. Big breath. Just breathe. Very nice.
So interesting.
Okay.
So yes, I think we're doing different levels with everything today. So even at the bar, we had our intermediate students doing a little bit lower of a leg, so that you can see the progressions of how we would build up for strength and flexibility in class. So you would start at a lower level and make sure that everything is aligned properly and that you have squareness in the hips. And then once that is secure, then as you can see with Mateus and Chloe, the leg would get higher, just because they are now strong enough to handle that flexibility. And Mateus, because he is a gentleman, they will always do more turns and jumps in class. So we added more jumps into the port-de-bras for him. And then Chloe, she's in her point shoes today, so she gets to be up nice and high and take her berets up on point.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Fantastic.
we move to the side. So let's get ready. We'll do our pirouette exercise.
So we're going to do a pirouette exercise
So
now.
you guys can turn and move up stage. That would be probably.
It was good.
You guys can come to
So now Chloe is going to demonstrate an across the floor exercise. So usually near the end of class, we do what's called, it's part of our Grand Allegro and across the floor work. So she's going to be doing a traveling exercise across the floor.
So good.
So now, usually within the exercises, there's a little bit of differences between the male version and the female versions of exercises. So Mateus is going to demonstrate his version of the balance. Usually there's a stronger upper body and then more jumps involved. And now our intermediate ladies will show you their version of the balance exercise.
So good.
So we usually do in the more senior levels, there's always turns from the corner. So Chloe's going to demonstrate what's called pose turns, and she's going to be doing these on point.
Come on into the center, please, and let's do our center.
So after we do our center work, which is our corps de bras and things like that, we always do a Allegro section. So this would be considered a warm-up jump. So we're working on the intrinsic muscles of the feet. So working through the foot to get that nice stretch at the end of the toes, as well as finding nice squishy use of our plies, just so that we're warming up our body for once we start doing our big jumps.
Yes, forward first. Pose yourself good. Okay, 3 times the charm of it. Good luck. Let's breathe for a moment. Come away to the side and breathe for a moment.
Okay, so Taste, you get to go first.
So now we're just going to show off some different styles of choreography. So ballet can be taken into many different styles. There's the classical ballet, there is character ballet, and then we also have contemporary ballet. So Matthias is going to demonstrate a classical piece. Chloe, she's going to dance now, and she's going to demonstrate a contemporary piece.
We have a Spanish ballet as well, so
So we have now we have Julia and Maya doing more of a character number. So it's very stylized Spanish number.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Good job. Come to the side there. Thank you, dancers.
Fantastic. That is, it's so amazing, you know, the dance and, you know, all of it, but, you know, when it's at this level of training and sophistication, what I notice about it is that the movement is so moving, you know, not emotionally overwhelming, but it draws you out emotionally. And then just the bravery of it, it for some reason, it makes me think of, you know, my own past and my own thing like I'm doing in the future. It's such a powerful art form. And I think that's why it's so, it resonates through culture after culture after culture has had this. So it's been such a delight to have you and for your students to perform. So thank you.
Well, thank you for having us today.
Thank you. They were very excited to be able to come and dance.
Yeah, we thought we needed to bring a different discipline to the show because we've had some pretty hard-hitting tap and jazz and other stuff. So to show the basics of training, which is sort of the staple of everything, right? So I don't know if you have any questions of the kids, James, or are we good?
No, you know what? If you can I was just so taken by their personalities and how they were moving and their poise and stuff that I didn't get the other two gals' names. I've got Mateus and Maya,
It is Maya.
Maya, and then the other two?
We have Julia.
Julia.
Julia, come on out here for a sec, sweetheart.
Yeah. And what's the other one?
Chloe.
Chloe. You know, Julia and Chloe, this is just where are you at with your school, and you know, how old of people are you? It's so hard to tell when you move and you're so skilled, right? So
Well, I'm going in grade 8, and I'm almost 13.
okay.
I'm almost 16, and I'm going into grade 11.
Grade 11. Now, I'm always interested in the sport performance side of it, because this is very what you guys are able to do shows me that you're at like a equivalent to like a top gymnast level or a track and field athlete. So, you know, as you're doing these kind of things, you're now Mateus and Maya. How old of people are you, and where are you at in school and stuff?
I'm turning 14 in February, and I go to Art Charleston.
Okay.
In grade 8.
And I'm going to grade 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I turn 13 next month, and I'm going into grade 8.
Yeah.
So you're all very, very young people. So this is great for your physical condition, your strength, your balance is amazing. You must be, you know, fantastic water skiers and skateboarders and all the other things that young people do.
Running heels too.
Yep.
Now the mental discipline side, like this takes great focus, Now, you've obviously learned to, manage, all the other things that you're doing. But where do you find that what you've learned to be able to focus your mind and body on doing in this art form? Where is it worked in the other parts of your life to help you? I know it's a big question, but you're smart people. So.
Definitely in school, my time management is way better. Like, I don't know what it would be like without dance, but I know it would not be as good as it is right now. Like, because of the discipline like my teachers gave me, I'm able to accomplish things quicker and easier.
Focus.
The focus is good.
And I think, like, as someone that trained at a professional ballet school, like, we were dancing 8 hours a day and then we had school. You don't tend to waste a lot of time. You tend to use your time very, very wisely. And I think that's something that the kids develop, which is why so many of them go on to become doctors or engineers or, teachers themselves or dancers themselves. So, you just become really smart about the time you spend. And then the time you spend with your friends outside of dance is very valued because, we sacrifice for dance, which is a worthy sacrifice, I think, at the end of the day. I mean, I didn't get to do brownies, but I don't regret 1 second of a class that I took.
Yeah, and I think that moving in discipline, but with grace and creativity is the call of the day. That's what it takes to be successful in our modern world, and that's what you guys have. From what I'm seeing. So Julia, Chloe, Matthias, and Maya, thank you. It was very powerful. It was very moving. It was very special. Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, and Callie and Krista, again, I appreciate how you shared a lot of the gentle but strong details of your art and your craft. It was really well done. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Marianne.
Thank you, James, for having us again.
Mm-hmm.
You got the clouds just moving behind you. Hopefully the blue sky is going to break out. It's such a great office view.
Yeah, I've kind of given up on sunshine. I don't even think it exists in Alberta anymore. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, hey? Yeah.
The Dance Fusion Show on the Culture Channel, only on TVU.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.